Well, the Bears, Coach Johnson might get the last laugh after all. After a horrible start, 0-2 in the division, it's a must-win game. Call it what it is. Sunday at Soldier Field when the Dallas Cowboys came to town with their hot offense led by Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and those guys. Coming here expecting to put fireworks on the scoreboard against the Bears defense that had just gave up 52 to Detroit. They also had defensive coordinator, a.k.a. former head coach of the Chicago Bears, Matt Eberflus, coming to town. He thought he had the formula to shut down Caleb Williams. I know those guys, I know their strengths, I know their weaknesses. I know how to take advantage of what they do well and what they do not do well. Bears didn't give a damn. Huge play right off the bat. It came from Tyreek Stevenson. The Bears got the ball first. Matt Eberflus and his defense forced a quick 3-and-out. He thought his plan was working very well. I know Caleb Williams. We drafted him. I'm going to shut him down. He huffed. He was the problem. It wasn't me. Why y'all fired me? Should have traded that boy. He thought he was feeling good about himself. Then, Dallas get the ball back. They getting off started like they expected to against the bad Bears defense. They busting out 25-yard runs. Tyreek Stevenson said, look, if you can't tackle him, don't even try. Snatched the ball from that man. Took it right out his hands on the sideline, got the feet in. Bears ball. Rome Odunze picked up where he left off in Detroit. Trayvon Diggs, good corner, no doubt about it. We know about all the picks, all the interceptions and all that. Rome didn't care. Beat him off the line of scrimmage like he stole something. Rome been in the weight room. He tried to jam that boy off me. Wide open. Put the hand up. 6. Bears up 7-0, and then they were off and running after that. So really, really good game offensively for the Bears. Pretty good game for them defensively as well. Gave them 14 points in the first quarter. Not anything thereafter. Cowboys was held to field goals. They did get one touchdown, 2-point conversion. We'll get into some of the statistics a little bit later from some of the individuals, but also some of the totals. But what you need to know is that the Bears got a win that they absolutely had to have. Now they can kind of look a little bit forward. They got the Raiders coming up this week. They got to go out to Vegas. They get an opportunity, just an opportunity, to even out their record at 2-2, something that they really, really need to get done. If they got a chance of saving their season, they can kind of reset things, take a break. I got to give Coach Johnson a lot of credit. Leading up to the season, he kept saying, listen, it's going to take us a little while to get off and running. He said it might be week 4 before we even know who we are as a football team. Looking like that's what it's going to be, and that bye week is going to come at a really good time. I generally don't like early byes just in general because you like to have it middle of the season late when you need some time off to kind of heal up some of those injuries. Shoot, the Bears need time to heal up some of these injuries right now. But for a young team, I think it's kind of good to get an early break, kind of assess what you have done. What do we do well? What do we not do so well? What do we need to tweak here and there? I think the bye comes at a really good time for the Bears after that Raiders game. If they can get to 2-2, they can take a little bit of deep breath, do some self-scouting, figure out who they are as a football team, then get ready for the schedule when they come back because they got to go to Washington, Monday night game. Jaden Daniels and those boys should be ready for the Bears. It should be a really, really important, definitely a primetime Monday night game. But going back to Sunday, really, really encouraging to see the Bears play at such a high level against a team. Listen, the defense for the Dallas Cowboys, terrible. Them boys are bad. But when you play a bad team, you got to beat on them, and that's what they did. You take advantage of it, right? You don't apologize for whooping somebody because they weak. You whoop them. That's what the Bears did. It got bad for Flus and his guys out there at Soldier Field. Saw somebody say, I don't remember who it was, said the Bears offense might get Flus fired again. Hilarious. Either way, Bears got the win. You look at what they were able to do defensively as well. Like I said, they gave up 52 in Detroit, only 14 this week. They got a huge break early in the game when CeeDee Lamb, the all-pro wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, went out with a high ankle sprain. Like he's going to be out at least 3 to 4 weeks. Foolish play call. We'll get into that during the Sawbuck segment. But Bears get the win, get on the winning side of things, man. Get on the winning side of things. Get off to a decent enough start. A good opportunity to even things up as we go. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Herb Howard Show. Coming up next, give me a Sawbuck. Gene checking in, talking about what he saw, what he thought, and we'll get into some other things as we go. Thanks y'all for tuning in. Let's go.
Look, welcome to Plants on the Gridiron. It's Chicago's first and only plant-based tailgate.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like.
is what we love. It is Chicago's most unique event. We combine health, we combine sports, love of football, and you gotta bear down. Chicago Bears, baby.
Awesome to see the community coming together and just enjoying some really good plant-based food. There's people here that are meat eaters, there's people here that are fully plant-based, and we can come together as a community and just really have an impactful event.
Because we are Chicago homegrown.
Come late, the food gonna be gone.
You did try to tell me.
Tried to tell you, Joe.
You did try to tell me. I got to keep it a buck with you. But for now, give me a sawbuck, bro. Appreciate you taking the time, chopping it up. I'm old, bro. I just sat down in this chair and tweaked my back something crazy right now. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Like I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. It's just, other than being old, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, you got to get in the gym with me, man.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. You know I be getting buckets in here on you all the time.
You should have seen me yesterday. I was in my bag.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In here or at the gym?
At the gym.
Okay.
We gonna get Desto to come through the gym and show everybody some video, because I don't just be woofing, Joe. I get out.
I don't even think you can outshoot Desto. Desto got a burner. I'm just saying, I seen Desto shoot. She got a burner.
Okay, man.
All right. Let's get into it, man. Big bounce back game for the Bears. They had to have it, and they went and got it, man. You don't apologize for no wins. I don't care if the other team get hurt. I don't care what really happens. CeeDee Lamb went out for the Dallas Cowboys. The Bears ain't apologizing for that. The Bears down a lot of their best players too, right? So no Jalen Johnson, no Kyler Gordon. So you don't even want to cover CeeDee Lamb when you don't got, two of your best three covered guys. So the Bears certainly want to apologize for the fact that CeeDee Lamb went down. I will say this though, right? Now, I don't understand what the play was about when CeeDee Lamb got hurt. He came out of the backfield, took a handoff. That boy Noah Sewell, who's in the game because T.J. Edwards, the Bears' really good linebacker, is out injured as well.
Right.
Out injured as well. But Noah Sewell read it, diagnosed it, came straight downhill, and he hog-tied that man, jumped on his shoulder and kind of fell in a weird way, rolled up his ankle in a real bad way. Never like to see nobody get hurt at all. Speedy recovery to CeeDee Lamb. But the point is, as a coach, I don't know why you put him in that situation. He's not a running back. He's one of the very best wide receivers in the National Football League. And he's not one of those receivers that you play around with in the backfield and do some of that stuff with. You got guys like that. We see DJ Moore do it for the Bears. Obviously, Deebo Samuel has made a career doing those types of things. But that's a different body type, man. You're talking about some of those shorter, stockier guys that are built different. CeeDee Lamb is a tall, thin guy that's a long strider. He don't have no business being in the backfield like that. They put him back there for one play, and it cost him a month.
It's a microcosm of the Dallas Cowboys season. And going back to what you said earlier, hey, man, saw him go down, kick him even more.
You got to.
Stomp on his neck, stomp on their heads, and that's exactly what the Bears did. What I was I wouldn't even say surprised with, but I was satisfied with, it wasn't what they did, but it was how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to week one, Minnesota coming into Chicago Monday Night Football, didn't really expect the Bears to win. Minnesota's the more talented team.
I expected them to win.
You did expect them to win.
Yeah, I did. You had a rookie, not a rookie, but you got a guy making his very first NFL start on the road, Monday Night Football, hostile environment. I expect them to be able to trick him, confuse him a little while.
Right.
And they did. For 3 quarters, they had him shut down. Justin Jefferson had 1 catch. And then y'all jacked the whole 4th quarter, let them score 3 touchdowns back to back to back. You can't do that. You got them. Win the damn game.
But I feel like that was a cultural thing. The culture is already set in Minnesota.
Sure.
So them just being able to plug J.J. McCarthy in, he did struggle for the first 3 quarters. But like we said, Kevin O'Connell and those guys just stuck to the script and they were able to pull it out. Detroit, going into Detroit, the Motor City, the Bears were very overmatched. Didn't expect them to get blown out of the D like that, but definitely didn't expect them to win. Dallas coming into Chicago Sunday, definitely expected the Bears to win, and they did that, and they did it in convincing fashion. So, but what stood out most to me was the player Caleb Williams and the offensive line. First time Caleb Williams was not sacked.
First time in his career, not sacked. That's poor offensive line play and a little bit holding the ball from the quarterback to have that type of combination. He's 17, 20 games in, finally get a game with no sacks.
Yeah.
Good for the offensive line, good for Caleb.
Offensive line kept a clean pocket.
Yeah.
Caleb entered the game with the cleanest jersey on the team.
Yeah.
Also, you spoke about it earlier, even though I know Tremaine got the defensive player of the game, but I feel like Tyreek Stevenson's play in the first quarter was the key player of the game, because if the Dallas Cowboys, if they do stay in bounds or the guy gets out of bounds and they get the ball, that maybe they score a touchdown, kick a field goal, and the momentum is in Dallas's. It's in their
it's in their favor for sure, man. And the momentum swings, and it was going that way. They got a 3-and-out on their initial drive, right? So they get the 3-and-out on the initial drive, and then they get the ball, and they moving it, man. That was a 25-yard run Shorty ripped off. Devontae Williams has been playing at a very, very, very high level. The Bears giving up over 5 yards a carry, so you expect them to keep that thing rolling. Reek saw the opportunity, reached in there, took his money, and the Bears was off and running after that. That was a huge, huge play. We talk about the key plays of the game, and you just never know when they're going to be, right? People think the key plays of the game, it's got to be fourth quarter, 2 minutes. Nah, it could be the first 2 minutes of the game.
Right.
And I think what Reek did there not only set the tone for how the Bears would play, but it set the tone for how he was going to play the rest of the afternoon. He played a really, really good game. One of his better games of his career. Almost had a pick six that he could have stepped in front of an out route on George Pickens. Had a real nice PBU that popped the ball up in the air that probably should have been intercepted. But I think Tremaine and Jaquan kind of tipped it from each other. Yeah. So shout out to Reek, man. He had a real good game.
What's the status on Colson Loveland? I saw them trying to get him very active early in the game. Saw he left the game with an injury. Any updates?
He had a hip. I think they feel pretty good about the prospect of him, coming back sooner than later. Maybe that's this week. Always a little tricky when there's a bye week following that, because it kind of make more sense. We got a bye next week anyway. Let's give him 2 weeks instead of rushing them back. So they feel pretty good about where he is. The bigger questions in terms of injuries right now for me, Kyler Gordon, T.J. Edwards. When are you going to get those guys back? They think they're close, but again, with the situation with the bye, if they're close and you think you can go to Vegas and get a dub, get them that extra week so that they're healthy and ready to go Monday night when y'all get to D.C.
Another boost to the Bears offense. A guy we talked about last week, and how do you get him more involved? Luther Burden, man. Great.
Shout out to the kid.
Shout out to Caleb for getting that. I don't know what that flea flicker was about. I know DeAndre Swift tossed it back and then looked up like, oh, shit.
That thing popped up like.
Hey, got a key block, though. Bought Caleb a little bit of time. Give DeAndre Swift some credit for that. But Caleb,
I'm glad you saw that.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm glad you saw that.
I do a little something, man. I gotta really watch these games if I'm gonna come up here and chop it up with
I'm glad you saw that, because that was key. Yeah. Caleb doesn't get the ball off if Dre doesn't pick up that block. And it was just for a second or two, just enough space for Caleb to kind of lean left and get that ball off. I thought it was a great catch from Caleb to get the high toss and then find the laces or not find the laces, get that ball out there, because the rookie was wide open. He did a really good job of selling the route. He came down like it was run, kind of started in front of the safety. Safety tried to come by. He put on these jets, and the play was over with. Caleb put it out there to him. He got his first touchdown, man. Shout out to LB3, man. He was happy about it.
Yeah, shout out to Ben Johnson, man, for getting Luther Burden in the game. And hey, man, you can never have. It's like in baseball. You can never have enough pitching. You can never have enough offensive weapons on the offensive side of the ball. So shout out to Coach Johnson for getting that ball to him. And man, Caleb Williams, man, you know what I've noticed watching quarterback play over the last few years, that not a lot of guys in the league with very strong arms. I feel like Caleb Williams has an extremely strong arm, be able to get that ball out 60, 65 yards down the field. I think now Ben Johnson just has to work with him in that middle pocket, that 8 to like 13, 14 yard range. Just get a little bit of sauce, get a little bit of flair on those balls. And I think, man, Caleb's projection It's playing upward, man. I was pleased with his play this week.
No doubt about it. It's just about consistency for Caleb. He has all the tools. He has the arm strength. He has the athleticism. He has the will and the work. He wants to be great. Like, so he has everything he needs. It's just the consistency. So sometimes you see the ball just come out weird. Like he's trying to hit. They had a decent either screen or swing pass out to Dre. He kind of dirtied it. Like just little stuff like that, right? He's got Rome open, sailing out to the sideline, misses him, overthrows that. He's got Rome open in the end zone. And a lot of people put that drop touchdown on Rome. You can put it on Rome if you want to. I'm not saying he shouldn't have caught it. But did you see the ball?
Yeah.
It was a duck, like this wobbling duck. Yeah. And the problem with that is if he throws a tight spiral, it arrives faster, right? You throw a tight spiral, he gets it quick before the dude can even get in there and impact the catch. He also makes it an easier catch. Trying to catch a ball that's sideways like this as opposed to the spiral coming in, completely different thing. Again, I'm not absolving Rome. You an NFL receiver, you a top 10 pick, make the damn catch. But help him out. Throw a spiral. Nobody hit you. Nobody did nothing. Why is the ball doing that, bro? So it's those little things that you just want to see him clean up and be consistent. Other than that, him paired with Coach Johnson, all the weapons they putting around him, the future should be very, very bright for Caleb Williams. Want to get into some of these statistics, man. Shout out to Suge. Stats from Suge today coming in. 3 key things, right? Suge sent a whole bunch of stats, but these are the ones that jumped out to me. One was third down efficiency, right? Bears were 8 of 14 on third down. Yeah. Cowboys 3 of 11 on third down, right? And what that does to you, that kills your drives, that turns touchdowns into field goals. And that's what happened early. The Cowboys had a couple big drives early, got long, and then they got stalled. At some point, they were 1 for 4 in the red zone. You get in the red zone, you got to score. The Bears picked them off twice in the end zone. Right? Kevin Byard got one. Tremaine Evans got one in the end zone. So the red zone game, the third down game, and then the turnover game, 4-0. The Cowboys outgained the Bears in the game. The Bears had 385 yards. The Cowboys had 396 yards. So they were moving the ball on the Bears defense like they expected to, but they couldn't cash in. Red zone, third down, turnovers.
Another key play that stuck out to me, key plays, that 19-play TD drive in the third quarter, 11 straight runs. That's right up my alley, man. I'm an old school football guy. I'm back to the Dave Wannstedt with Ricky Williams days. Hey, man, I'm tired of seeing this quarterback throw these balls that almost get picked off. Give the ball to run, Ricky, run, man. Shout out to Coach Johnson for just continuing to pound the ball, breaks the Dallas defense down, opens up the pass.
Yep.
Get DJ Moore wide open in the end zone for a touchdown.
That's what you got to have, man. You talk about a 19-play drive. The Bears haven't had such a drive in almost 25 years that ended in a touchdown. They did have another one, but it ended turnover on downs on fourth down. This was
how many years?
25 years. It was the 2000 that they had a 19-play drive that ended in a touchdown. They had another one in like
Who was the head coach in 2000?
Or something. That would have been Dick Geron, I believe.
Wow. Okay, you on it.
Yeah, that would have been Dick Geron, but that's when they had, the defense was coming together. So they had just drafted Urlacher, Mike Brown, them guys, and they brought in Keith Traylor, Ted Washington, them big monsters in the middle. So they just wanted to play defense and ball control. So it made sense. But what they were able to do was capitalize and put in the end zone. Man, they killed the entire third quarter. Me and T was sitting in the press box like, damn, they didn't have the ball this whole quarter, right? Dallas had the ball once in that quarter, and then the Bears took the drive 19 plays, and it was like, if they score, they put them away. And shout out to Coach Johnson, man. He let his nuts hang too. They got down there, and it was an opportunity for them to walk away with nothing or settle for a field goal. Got to 4th and goal. He like, man, run it, Joe. We ain't done all this to take no 3 points. 3 points would have put them up 13, 2 possessions. The touchdown put them up 17, 3 possessions. He like, we're gonna end this right now. And Caleb's athleticism was able to extend the play and find DJ, like you said.
I think
it was huge series.
I think it was all about treating Matt Eberflus this week, man.
Man, Joe. I don't think they liked the fact that he said such things like, I know their strengths, I know their weaknesses.
Boy, we know your strengths and we know your weaknesses.
Yeah. Listen, I think Flus is a decent defensive coordinator. I think he calls good defenses. That's how he got to be a head coach in the first place. But his defense ain't that good. They don't got a lot of horses over there, and I just don't think that you should have been talking like that. Oh, I know that. It's like, no, just show everybody respect and keep it pushing. He did that, and the Bears didn't like it. Coach Johnson didn't like it because, like, you know who's strengths and weaknesses. Boy, I've been beating on your ass for the last 3 years. What you know about me?
On the real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then just like he hit Flus with the stumble bomb at Soldier Field last year, this time he hit him with the flea flicker. You don't know me, boy. Stop playing.
Man, we called 0-2 a death sentence, man.
We might have been wrong about that.
Bears rose from the dead, 1-2 now. I called it, man. And hey,
you did say it was gonna win.
Y'all go back to episode 4. I said I wasn't getting a haircut until the Bears won.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know I'm still out here, a little tough right now.
You can't get a haircut on a Sunday or a Monday.
Well, man, that's because my barber's the most booked barber in the city of Chicago. Twin, what up, man? Can I get a cut, Joe? You said you was going to hit your boy. Damn, man, I can't go to Vegas looking like this, bro.
Definitely can't go to Vegas. That's why I've been under my hat at, because I've been postponing the fade. It's like we're going to go to Vegas, so I'm just going to wait till later in the week to get faded for that. But you can't get a cut on a Sunday or Monday anyway. So
I'm plugged, man. I can get a cut whenever, bro. Get your weight up.
Heard you. That's going to do it. Forgive me, Sawbuck Jen. I appreciate you, man.
Come on.
Appreciate the perspective. Appreciate the honest and raw opinion. Congratulations on predicting the win, too. I did not have the Cowboys. You had the Bears. You were right. We got to start keeping track of this.
Can we make it 2 in a row?
They have to, right? Because they ain't risen from the dead yet. It's like it's a little crack in the. It's a little crack in the.
Like the Undertaker.
Yeah, it's a little crack in there. They got a chance, but if they gonna go out there and take care of business in Vegas, then you can throw the dirt back on them.
Sure.
We gotta go. We gotta take a break. When we come back from break, I will take you around the league, some of the key games, and we will go inside the Bears locker room for some of that reaction from the Bears win on Sunday. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Herb Howard Show. I am Herb Howard, live from the Biggs Studios. Man, appreciate y'all for tuning in so very, very much. Make sure you like, subscribe, share while you are here. If you know a football fan, tell them about this particular football show. Before we go around the league, man, I want to take y'all inside the Bears winning locker room. If you keep up with the work that we do on game day, tunnel talk is one of my favorite things. When it's just, my immediate reaction as I'm walking down through the tunnel trying to get to the locker room. And I was questioning, like, what do we say in a winning locker room? It's not been very often of late that we was going into a winning locker room. It was very good to go into this one. Take you inside the Bears locker room right now. Inside the Bears winning locker room, wide receiver Rome Odunze. Rome, this the first time you played with the throw out?
Yeah, in the NFL, I played a couple times in college with it out, but this is my first one in the NFL, so it's good to get a dub.
Man, you got super busy last week in Detroit, kept it going, started off with a bang, beat that boy real bad. Right off the line of scrimmage was wide open. What you see on that one?
Yeah, no, it's good to get some reps against Diggs. He's a great player, so was able to just kind of escape the jump jam on him, seeing that he kind of fell down, so put the hand up and was able to connect with Caleb on it.
Now, you and Caleb continue to develop that chemistry. How is that coming along, and how much more do you see it growing in the coming weeks?
Man, it's coming along well. There's still opportunities out there that I'm leaving out there that I think, and then, another one that I think we can connect on as well on one of those kind of scramble plays. So, we're continuing to build on it, but, man, there's even more out there for us. So, we just got to continue to connect on those things and be perfect.
Most definitely. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
We here inside the Bears winning locker room. Got rookie D tackle Shamar Turner. Shamar, first one under your belt, man. Just how it feel, first of all.
Yes, Lord. Man, it's a blessing. Dream come true. I've been wanting to play in the NFL, my whole life. And finally having the opportunity this Sunday to go out there and, make my name for myself. against your home team. It felt good, man. It felt good.
In the time that I've been, covering this game, I haven't seen anybody's instant reaction to being drafted that kind of moved me the way yours did. When we talked to you via Zoom right after you got drafted, the energy was so high. When you flew in the next day, the energy was so high. I was just like, man, super happy for you. Then you have the setbacks that don't allow you to get off to the stars you want to get off to. How frustrating was that?
I mean, it was quite frustrating, I'm not going to lie, especially coming in and getting hurt on the first day of camp and not being able to practice until the last day of camp. It was hard, but sure, you just got to keep fighting, keep stacking days, and keep getting better in whichever way you can.
It's a pretty fast start, man. He was out there making plays. Almost had a TFL on your first series. I saw that.
Yeah, man. Sure, just been studying my film, listening to the coaches, listening to my vets, all the extra information they give me and stuff like that. Certain keys and stuff to look for. Hate I missed the play, though. But it was live being able to at least say, you know what I'm saying, I got back there and I causing some type of havoc.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for the time. I appreciate you. Stay healthy, man.
Yes, Lord. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Here in the Bears winning locker room, got defensive tackle Grady Jerry. Grady, how important was it for y'all to bounce back? You get 50 last week, this week, 14 in the first, and then nothing else.
Yeah, man, it was super important for us to bounce back. Super proud of the guys, man. We responded, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for us, and we just want to continue to build it.
What's the key to doing it?
Just consistency and being critical of ourselves first, and knowing that we set a standard and we can reach it every week.
Talk to your young fella, Shamar. He said, just about being out there and how he came out there ready to go. Credited you guys a lot and some of his vets for helping him be ready when his time came.
Yeah, man, super excited to get him out there, get him active, get him his first NFL game under his belt, man. So we always proud for our brother. He's just going to continue to help us as the year go on, and with more experience, he's going to continue to get better and better.
I appreciate the time, man. Stay healthy.
Yeah, much love, man.
Indeed.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
Dame Lillard, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
What's up? This is D Rose, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
Welcome back to the Hurry Power Show. Had to check in with the guys, man. Inside of Bears winning locker room, we talked to Grady Jarrett. We talked to rookie D tackle Shamar Turner, who played in his first NFL action. He was excited about that, and we caught up with the good brother Rome Odunze. I see Max say she liked the fro. He got to keep it. He looked like a whole Jackson 5 member out there with the fro. Plus, he had on like this 70s type you did going on. Shout out to Rome, man. I thought it was a good look, too. So we'll see if he keep it rolling. I didn't realize he had that much hair until he had his like fro out one day at like practice. I'm like, dang, that boy got a lot of hair. But I do have to think that like his braids, they long, but they be thick too. So he definitely got a whole bunch of hair under the. Shout out to Rome, man. He's having he's got a couple really good games. He got 4 touchdowns right now. The last Chicago Bears wide receiver to have 4 touchdowns over the first 3 weeks was Brandon Marshall. So Rome is definitely doing his thing. I told everybody that follow me on Twitter, man, go ahead and pick Rome to have plus 1,000 yards this year. So he on his way to doing that. Y'all better, if you can get some Rome stock, take it. Around the league, man, we got to chop it up about some of these other games that's been going on. Let's go out to the AFC West, man. We talked about the Broncos and the Chargers being an important game. The Chargers have gotten off to such a fast start. All 3 division games, all dubs. Them boys beat the Broncos, they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Raiders. Like, you can't start no better than that. What I will say about them, though, right? Because people talking about, are they legit? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it what? Only thing I'll say about them is they've all been very, very close games, right? I think their total margin of victory in these 3 games is like 10 points. So we talking about games that could have went either way. But it says something about you when you're able to win close games. It's going to be like that when you get down late in the season, when you get to the playoffs, when you're on the road or whatever. But they're also doing a good job of possibly earning some home field advantage in some of those games. So shout out to the Chargers, man. Shout out to Coach Harbaugh. Shout out to Justin Herbert. They are doing their thing. Just win and move on is all you really got to do. The Bengals and the Vikings. I thought that would be a good game. It's one of the games I circled. You got Justin Jefferson. You got Jamar Chase. LSU teammates, you know, the Bengals didn't show up, man. No Joe Burrow, no Bengals offense. They got smoked. Vikings ran them up out of there, man. So that game wasn't as entertaining as I thought it would have been. But the Vikings do get another dub, so that's something that you got to keep your eye on as this NFC North thing unfolds. The Packers also lost to the Browns. That was foolishness. I don't know what that was about. The Packers was looking like the best team in the league, but I think they started feeling themselves. You had Michael Parsons start talking about what Super Bowl teams do. Boy, what the fuck you know about the Super Bowl? You play for the Cowboys. Be cool, sir. Shout out to their coach, man, because he was like, nah, I don't like none of that talk, man. We about going 1-0 this week. All that later down the road is crazy. He said it pissed me off. So if it pissed your coach off, it pissed me off too, man. Stop talking crazy, boy. Win the next game. The Rams played the Eagles, a rematch of the divisional playoff game last year that was an instant classic to me. Shout out to Saquon Barkley for the way he played in that game, but the Rams played very well too. This time, another good game. Rams was up big. Eagles came back. Rams had the game-winning field goal within their sights. Man, the Eagles just find ways to win. They've won 19 out of their last 20 games, obviously dating back to last year. They get a field goal block. Big Jordan Davis, fella is 330 pounds. He get through the line, get his big paw up there, block it, then scoop and score. House that thing about 65 yards for the game, though. As time expires for the game, Rams go from kicking the winning field goal to being down. Shout out to Tony Kornheiser too, man. I was peeping part of the interruption early this morning, the episode from yesterday, and he was talking about how bad of a bet it would be for the people that was betting on the Rams. I think the Rams was like 3.5-point underdogs, and so as they was going to take the field goal for the win, obviously you're thinking they can win, but even if he missed the field goal, the bet was already secure for them to lose by less than 3 points. So next thing you know, they block it. He take it back to the crib. That's probably the worst way to lose a bet, especially if it was some type of parlay or some big money. Insane. Lions Ravens wrapped up the NFL slate of games on Monday Night Football. Two teams with legitimate Super Bowl aspirations, so they think. The Ravens better get it together real quick because they got abused last night. I know the game was close. I know the score was close. I think they lost 38-30, but they got outplayed. They were physically dominated at the line of scrimmage. 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson in terms of what they were able to do offensively. But then you look at the defense, they gave up 225 rushing yards to the Detroit Lions. You cannot win football games like that. So I don't care about, they had an opportunity here, they had an opportunity there. You got your ass kicked on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and you are going to lose 9 out of 10 football games when you play that way. Derrick Henry, King Henry, all due respect, sir, one of the greatest to ever tote the rock in the league. Fumbles in each of the first 3 games to start the season. I'm talking about critical joints, too. Y'all had a chance to go down there and tie the game, win the game. You fumbling the ball, man. I know you're your own biggest critic, and you talk about watching tape and fixing it. Please get that fixed, bro. If y'all going to Super Bowl, it can't be this ball popping out your hands, especially not as much as they want to give you the ball, as much as you deserve to get the ball. It can't be that. So the Ravens taking some tough losses, one to Buffalo, now to Detroit. They're not setting themselves up to be positioned well in terms of home field advantage, because I do think they're going to get back in this race and be okay, but they're going to be on the road, and it ain't been good for them yet. So we'll see if they can get that figured out. We will see the Bears can get their situation figured out in Vegas, get to 2-2, reset their seasoning, and then set their sights on playing much better football than they did the first 2 weeks. Got to get up out of here. Got to say thanks to Moore's Brewing Company. Also, got to say thanks to Family and Money Only. Shout out to the fam out west, man. Make sure y'all get in tune with what's going on with them as well. Shout out to the Famo brand. Shout out to Moore's Brewing Company as well. Huge shout out to the team doing all of the hard work behind the scenes. Shout out to P, shout out to T, y'all saying G. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Greatly appreciate y'all. I see some of y'all texting and all that too, saying y'all tuned in. Shout out to the Hall of Famer, man. You know who you are, Kenny Mack. We appreciate you. I'm concerned about the run game too, Crystal. I did see you say that earlier. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all Friday, right before we get out of here and go to Vegas to preview Bears Raiders. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.